And now, Drew Hinesley with News Channel 12 Sports.
A busy week in Greensboro came down to the Hurricanes and the Tar Heels for the ACC tournament title this afternoon. The Heels, they had the crowd behind them today, 9-1 by my estimation. And Reggie Bullock used that to his advantage, but the Hurricanes had the size advantage, and that played a much bigger role on the court. Gamble with the flush, then he backs down James Michael McAdoo without much resistance. Gamble finished with 11. P.J. Hairston was on fire from long range, hitting 3. There's 6 threes on the day. He was not bothered by the 8 stitches he was sporting on that left hand. Great guard play was on display this afternoon. Maybe the best freshman guard in the country in Marcus Page. He had 17 points and 5 assists, including this one to McAdoo. On the other side, the best ACC guard, maybe best guard in the country, in Shane Larkin. He had 28 on the day. McKinney Jones was 6 for 9 from three-point land, en route to a 20-point effort. Coach Roy Williams looking for career win 700, and Reggie Bullock trying to get him to that milestone. Bullock finished with 11. The Tar Heel faithful doing what they could to influence the outcome, but it was the outnumbered Hurricanes fans who would enjoy the last laugh. Tournament MVP Larkin spent the final minutes at the free throw line with Baseball Hall of Fame dad Barry looking on, as was a very visibly nervous Lisa Larkin, who could finally exhale when the buzzer sounded and the Hurricanes were crowned champs with an 87-77 victory. I spoke to MVP Larkin after the game, but first, a very happy Kenny Kaji.
It's unbelievable. We really came from the bottom, man. Nobody knew we would do this. Even after we won the regular season, 2 people voted us to win this thing. So, man, it's unbelievable. It's just great. We're having so much fun this year, and I don't want to leave college now.
We're champions. We're champions. Nobody can take that from us. We're regular season champions, tournament champions, and nobody can take that from us.
And while this loss stings for the Tar Heels, in the locker room, they were quickly turning their attention to the big dance next week.
We wanted to win this game, but obviously we didn't. The biggest thing is just, getting better this week as we go and get ready for this next game.
Yeah, we're definitely peaking at the right time. We came down here and got 2 huge wins for our basketball club, and, they don't end here.
All right, now that the ACC tournament's over, we can move on to the big dance, the NCAA tournament. And now we talk about the Duke Blue Devils. This week there was a lot of talk in the media room about whether Duke had earned a #1 seed or not, or even if they deserved one. Well, they did not get one. Their loss to Maryland Friday night dropped them to a 2 seed in the Midwest region. They face 15 seed Albany on Friday in the city of brotherly love. They will then have to face the winner of the Creighton-Cincinnati game on Sunday if they want to advance to the Sweet 16. If they can get by those 2 games, they could face 3-seed Michigan State, with Louisville as the 1 seed in that bracket, possibly waiting in the regional final. That will be played in Indianapolis, where the Cardinals would have a partisan crowd. The news not so promising for the Tar Heels, in my opinion. Got a pretty raw deal in the draw today. They played their way into the ACC Championship game, and with the win were projected to earn as high as a 5 seed. In losing to a very talented Miami squad, they were designated as an 8 seed, and they will play a very dangerous Villanova team that lost to Louisville in the Big East tourney. They'll play Friday in Kansas City, and if they survive, they will most likely get the Kansas Jayhawks. The selection committee knew what they were doing there, pitting Roy Williams against his old team in what could be a very entertaining 3rd-round game on Sunday. If the Heels upset the Jayhawks, they would head to familiar territory in Cowboy Stadium in Arlington, where they've already played this season. And finally, the NC State Wolfpack, they finished their roller coaster season with a loss to the Hurricanes in the ACC semis yesterday, and that earned them, like the Tar Heels, an 8 seed in the big dance. They will play the Temple Owls on Friday in Dayton, Ohio. A win would most likely set them up with #1 seed Indiana, a squad that won the Big Ten title. An upset of the Hoosiers on Sunday would get the Wolfpack to Washington, D.C., where they could end up facing off against the Hurricanes, who were given the 2 seed in that region. Lots of action to get to all next week as we head up and cover the big dance. That's all for sports tonight. A final check of your forecast after the break. You're watching News Channel 12 at 11.